Hey everybody, I am back on here to talk about my appointment that I had with my surgeon, my plastic surgeon today. I've been waiting so long for this. I was hoping, but I kind of knew that he wasn't going to schedule another surgery, but I was kind of praying that he would. He told me that he thought everything was looking well with this right here. I explained to him how when the stitches came out, instead of them being together like this, it went like this. And so underneath here attached, now that's attached. And he said that what he plans on doing is, once it's healed some more and gone down some more, because this is still right here, is very, it's not very, but it is kind of, thick feeling, and he actually, cut it down, trimmed it down, so he doesn't think that he'll be able to trim it anymore here. But what he plans on doing is taking this, and then moving this down and trimming it. And then he also said up here that he was going to pull it up, cinch it over, or over then up, and that way kind of take away that. I didn't even ask him about that because I actually thought this was healing very well, but when I went in, he looked, and I've been complaining because there is scar tissue that's stuck out like this, and I feel like I cannot breathe, and it's causing me headaches, it's causing me to run fever, and when I get tired, it's a thing. My son does it too. If I get tired or just kind of ran down, I will run fever. Or if I get, I guess you say use the word weary, I will run fever. It's a low grade fever, but this has not been low grade. It has been, it will be 99, and then all of a sudden it'll jump up to 100.7, and I thought I had and I think I still do, so I'm going to go tomorrow, well, not tomorrow because of the hurricane, but maybe Wednesday or Thursday to my regular doctor and have him take a look at me to see if I have a sinus infection. But my plastic surgeon said that everything was gone. He's like, everything that told you that air was flowing through your nose is gone, and we had to replace it with something. He goes, so you don't have that sensation anymore. He goes, and so, because if I do this, I'm breathing through it, and I know that I am, but when I let go of that nostril and I'm breathing, it feels like I can't, and it almost makes me want to have a panic attack. But I also do feel like the reason I'm running fever is a sinus infection. I think I have a sinus infection. And also, I talked to him about wearing makeup. He goes, oh, there's no reason you can't wear makeup. I said, I wore makeup twice. I said, I used Dermablend once, and I used my actual makeup once. I said, and it literally turned red and swollen. And he was like, well, does it do it to the rest of your face? I'm like, no, it only does it to the surgery parts. And he's like, well, there's no reason for that. And I'm like, well, tell my face. Okay, dude. Well, have thou not listened? Murphy's Law, if it can happen, it will. So, but I also think that if you didn't see, go back and see that I just put a video, I think. I'm having trouble with freaking videos. And I got a new webcam, so anyway, I used Dermablend, the Jelly Sticky Primer, And I think that's actually what did it, is what irritated it and made it red and stuff. So I'm going to try maybe tomorrow, even though I'm not getting out because of the hurricane. I'm going to just put on just regular makeup, and I did get some that De-Slick by Urban Decay setting spray. I wear Stay Naked, but and I'm just going to try it tomorrow and see. But it was a lot softer before I put makeup on it. You know, like it is. Let's see if y'all can see it. I'm looking in the little monitor here, so. But I mean, and he said he was going to cut that down like flat, because it is in, look, my smile line. It actually is. You know what I mean? It's just popped up because it went under. So he's going to have to go in but he's planning on, this is what he's planning on doing. He's planning on going, let's see, I go back and see him like November 1st. And then that is when he is planning on setting up my surgery, which it will be before Thanksgiving. So I will be like, because I told him, I mean, the things I say on here, y'all may not think that I say them in my daily life, but I do. I've said I used to hold shit in, and I don't do it anymore, but I don't do it to be mean or anything. Usually it's to be funny, but it is also to get my point across. I will put humor into the truth as to my feelings, and he was standing up over here, and I said, I get it. I know. I'm very impatient. And I said, because he had come over and he was poking me like this, and I was like, and like the nurses and all other little interns are like laughing. I mean, they're just like laughing their butts off. And he's standing over there, and I said, I know. I said, I get it. I'm impatient. I go, but my goal is that, and I went, I'm going to look pretty. And he goes, well, you will. I said, no, I'm going to look my pretty. I was pretty. I'm not asking you to make me look like anybody else. I want to look like me. I said, look at me right now. If I didn't have this bulbous nose and you couldn't see this, I'm pretty. I was like, and they were laughing. I said, but right now, I look like a damn Monet. From far away, I look good, but up close, I'm a damn mess. And he literally, it took him a minute now. And I thought, dude, okay. Now, I mean, we're both educated. I mean, I went to college. He went to college. But obviously, he's a doctor, so I wouldn't say he's more educated than me. I would say he's more educated in doctor crap than me. But he had to have taken some kind of art class or something, you know? I mean, because it's just one of the funniest things. And I always say this, like, whenever I look bad, even before this, I'm like, I look like a damn Monet. From far away, I look good, but up close, I'm a mess. And I mean, they were dying. And I said, he goes, well, I'm going to have to actually check out a Monet. I'm like, yeah, do that. And then come back. And you can see what I mean. But, so that's what he's planning on doing. He goes, I told you it would be a year. We'll have you done within a year. He goes, we know we're going to have to go in for several more surgeries. And I said, I know. He goes, and maybe even more than that to actually get it, completely correct. I said, look, you're not scaring me by the surgeries. I said, I'm not scared about the surgeries. I said, I'm scared I won't look like me. And, that is my big thing. I said, and I don't. I said, I'm not vain, but hell, I'm human. I don't think a man would want this, on his. I mean, I could probably handle the scars, y'all, for real, but I can't handle this bulbous and being too high. That is just, it's not. I mean, because when I put on makeup, I was like, yeah, if this bulbous nose was not here, LaJune would be if you smell something stinking, it's me, because I'm the shit. I mean, I was like, hey, she looked good, you know, when I put my medicine on. But that nose, so I'll take it's like flesh colored tape, you know, it's just that paper tape, you know, but it's kind of right, and I'll put it like right here, and I actually put it down this whenever I put silicone on my face and stuff, you know, to kind of cover it, because it's greasy, and I cannot stand for my face to get greasy. And that is one reason I got the abscess, because I said something about, you know, for a diabetic, I actually heal pretty good. And he goes, well, I'm waiting to see about that. I mean, he goes, you know, from that zit, you got an abscess. I go, it's because, y'all, everything's greasy. I mean, you put greasy shit on my face. I mean, I told him that. I'm like, if I'm not wearing makeup, my face will be greasy. So I have to wash my face multiple times a day. I don't know why. It's just the way it is, and it's my T-zone, you know. But even here, I'll feel it. Well, during surgery, you know, they put all this shit on me. I mean, I had so much crap on me, and petroleum jelly. I mean, you would have thought it was like we were shooting porn. I had so much petroleum jelly all over me. I mean, I was like, why do I have petroleum jelly? And I didn't have surgery there. I'm like, what? Why? And that is what happened is my skin got oily. And right here he had cut, you know, and it came a zit up there. And the zit was up here. And I actually popped the zit. And a little bit came out, but then nothing else would. And he thought it was that, I don't know, it starts with an S, it's just fluid or whatever. When he got in there, he said, no, it was a abscess. And it was a large abscess, like, you know, whatever. And I wish he would have videoed it. Oh my God. And I wish he would have let me keep my penis. I talked about that today, that he wouldn't let me keep my penis. He says, no penile keeping. I go, well, I told my husband, I'm like, oh, well, man, I guess you're gone. Anyway, so I'm going to try tomorrow to use, and it's a good thing, but it's very annoying. It itches real bad. And that means that the nerves are you know, healing. I mean, they're, you know, healing and starting to fix themselves back together, which is good. I mean, although I'm still pretty swollen under my eye, and don't look at it. He goes, what is that? I go, it's a zit. And I go, just like this was a zit, and Dr. Bailey biopsied it. And that's the God's honest truth, y'all. I'm not joking. And while they came back and said, what did they say? This was pre-cancer, and I don't know how, because it was a zit, literally. And that they were going to keep an eye on this. I'm like, well, now you can, because there's a big fat hairy divot in there. And somebody said, well, you can put filler in there. But y'all, I mean, to each his own, but I just don't want to do that. I don't want to put stuff in my body. And don't get me wrong. People say, well, you smoke, you're putting stuff in your body. Yes, I realize that. But I don't want to put anything more in my face or anything. I mean, you know, to each his own is what I always say. Like, I don't understand how people become an alcoholic. And I like liquor. I mean, I enjoy a drink every now and then. But just like some people who are alcoholics say, I can't understand why you smoke. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I'm like, well, have you seen yourself drunk? Because you are disgusting. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, so we all do weird stuff, and some people prefer to shoot their face up with stuff. I just prefer not to. It's not worth it to me. You know, as long as I feel pretty and my husband thinks I'm pretty, and even if he didn't, as long as I feel pretty, I mean, you know, and I do. I mean, I can say that actually now, that if this was down and I could just cover my, you know, and and this was flatter, I mean, I think I would be fine, because I can actually cover. I mean, you might see it a little bit, but not enough to make it. And oh my God, y'all, my hair topper. Okay, every time I go in there, they make me, you have to take pictures, and I did all the pictures and all this crap, did some funny shots, and I said, you didn't say anything about my damn pictures. That's how I talk to him. I'm not lying. And he is hilarious. I mean, he has a very good bedside manner. I would recommend him. He's a good doctor. Plus today, all right, off track, but of the topic, but I'll come back. When we went to go in, last time, they would not let my husband go in with me because COVID, the Delta variant, whatever. Okay. Well, this time, because I thought he was going to talk about surgery and everything, and when I get super excited and nervous, my blood sugar drops, and I can't remember stuff. And I've been having some problems, too, with my blood sugar going sky high, and I'm talking 500, it's been bad. And I think it's because I've got a sinus infection. And I had a visitor this month, and I hadn't had a visitor in a month, so the visitor stayed a while. And they were not going to let him in. And I told my husband, we said, we're going to do get help. Now, if anybody is a Marvels fan, you'll know what that means, okay? That's just something we say. All right, we're going to do get help. It's with Thor and Loki. I mean, but we were trying to think of ways, and I thought, I don't want to have to lie to these people. I mean, I hate being deceitful and lying for any reason. It's just, and I know she's only doing her job, but I really did need him in there, and of course she says the only way I can go in is if you have a medical condition that requires you. I said, well, I have panic attacks, and I will literally lose my shit if he's not in there. He's fixing to discuss surgery and stuff, and I really will. I will lose it. And she goes, I haven't lost it. I wanted my husband in there though, because if he had discussed it, I mean, we didn't know if he was going to do it or not. So really, I wouldn't really be able to remember. And I wanted my husband in there. He's been in there with me. I think that you should at least be allowed one person to go in with you. And that's what they were doing. And then the Delta variant came out. And while it is more, which from what you heard when COVID came out, it was so catchy. I mean, it was extremely, you could just think about it and catch it. I've never had COVID. Just letting you know. Type 1 diabetic blood sugars are for shit right now. I actually went to Walmart the other day. I have been tested multiple times. I have never had COVID. They ought to actually run tests on me to figure out why I haven't. But I do think, seriously, I really do think it's something maybe with my blood type and the way my body reacts weird to crap. Super weird. So, I'll get an abscess, but I won't get COVID, But they say that, like, the Delta variant and the whatever, Z variant and the ABCD 3, 4, 5s, they're just, super catchy. Even more catchy than before. Well, I don't know how it could be more catchy than before, since it was the catchiest. You could catch it at a whim. But anyway, but it's not as dangerous, and that's what a lot of doctors are saying, that it doesn't hit you as hard as the regular. But the problem is whenever, now that they're giving the vaccines, it's causing the variants because the virus wants to live just like the regular flu virus. It wants to live, so it causes different variants. That's just how it goes. And I've never had the flu. Seriously, I think I should be tested. Wait, don't tell anybody, because I'm not going to be their monkey that they test on. This monkey bites, okay? But anyway, so I was going to tell you about that. But I got him in. Get hell. And but I got him in, and let him come in and everything. And but after that, we take pictures and stuff. Well, I had my, my hair topper on and everything. I had no makeup on, hair topper, and by the way, look, my hair is growing back, y'all. I mean, that's what they were saying. It was definitely the cancer that was causing, look at that. I mean, y'all, it was up to here. I mean, it's like since the cancer was removed, I mean, no joke. And I think I'm gonna let my hair grow out. I mean, it's already got up, but I mean, I wear the hairpiece. But anyway, I was getting the pictures made, and the girl goes, "Oh my God, I love your haircut," and I'm like, "It's a hairpiece." And she's like, "What? Don't tell me about it." I'm like, "I don't care." I said, "People walk around here with either somebody else's hair in their head, horse's hair in their head. They got, I mean, hair pieces in, clip in." I'm like, "I don't care." I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't go, I'm not going to a party and telling everybody my hair is, not that it's not real, because it is very real, very expensive, but that it's, a topper, but I don't care. I'm like, if my hair, if you have a problem with my hair, me wearing a hair topper that's not my hair, I have a problem with you having a face that you weren't born with. Yes. See how that is? You can't be a hypocrite. But anyway, but it looks like I will have the surgery, or one of them. He's going to try to do all that, but then we'll have to go back in. Everything we talked about, he's going to try to do in the next surgery, which will be before Thanksgiving. I'll go back on November 1st, and then we will come back, and he will have to do some other surgeries, possibly, which he was pretty sure about, and tweak it and stuff. So, and I said, "Well, you're not scaring me by surgery." I said, "I don't, I said, "I'm not scared. I just want everything to go well. I don't want to look like me. I don't want to look like I had cancer and had my face removed, And he, because he was telling them all about what it looked like, because he had some little interns in there, and he was like, "What y'all don't understand is this was gone to here." He was like, yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, I could see." I said, "If you look, you can still see my sinus passages because it's so tight, I said, "But yeah." I said, and he goes, and it went all the way down. He goes, I mean, her lip was gone. He was like, all this. So, sorry, me moving around is making my camera go out. But anyway, I just thought I would get on there and tell y'all. And of course, running this little fever, that's also what makes me believe that I have a sinus infection, because it feels, my eyes burn, it feels stuffy up in here, and I'm the queen of sinus infections, so, and I'm running, that 100, 100.7, 100.8 fever, off and on. That's not steady, but, I'm gonna go and see about that, but man, does it screw my blood sugars up, y'all. I mean, my period screws my blood sugars up. So the little visitor that was here, I mean, that screws my blood sugars up. But my hemoglobin A1C did go down a little bit. Not much, but it did go down a little bit. It's 8.2 or something. I don't know. But the problem with that is his machine is never accurate. So I actually think I'm in the 7s, like maybe a 7.7 probably, because my blood sugars have been very good, because my husband has, he is on it, because I will sleep through the damn alarms. And y'all know, if you put it on your phone, those damn alarms are loud. For the Dexcom and all that, I'm like, geez Louise. It makes me want to throw it across the room. But Anyway, I was just going to get on here and tell y'all, you know, about my appointment and everything, and I hope everybody's doing well. I hope y'all are safe if you're anywhere within the hurricane, you know, for the bad weather and everything like that. I hope y'all are being good to one another. Be cheeky. Be able to take it if you give it, and have fun. But just be good to one another. And as always, be the reason someone gets drunk today. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.